Picture Award at the Oscars this week.
Sorry. Sorry, I do apologise.
Amateurs.
Yeah.
Amateurs. Hi, welcome to ABC's Film, where we watch movies that have won the Best Picture Award at the Oscars. I'm Barry, that's Alex, and this week we are watching A Man for All Seasons. Let's check it out. A Man for All Seasons is based on the true story of a man named Thomas More who refused to acknowledge the legitimacy of Henry VIII's marriage to Anne Boleyn and the kind of political turmoil that was created because of his decision.
How is it that you cannot see? Everyone else does.
Then why does your grace need my poor support?
Because you're honest. And what is more to the purpose, you're known to be honest.
A Man for All Seasons. What do you think?
I was expecting to like this film. I wasn't expecting to like it quite as much as I did. I thought it was absolutely stellar, incredible, brilliant, stupendous, outstanding, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was expecting to hate it. When it first started, I got real Tom Jones vibes.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of shot, or the cinematography at least, is very similar to Tom Jones. It's got the same sort of colour palette.
Yeah.
Tom? How kind of you.
2 years is a long time. Did they teach you London ways and make a great lady of you?
I thought it dragged for the first hour. But once you got past 50-minute mark, hour mark, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's, the script is so tight. And just the way people talk to each other, and like you said when we were watching it,
It's playwrights, isn't it?
They know how to put each other down.
2 years ago, you were a passionate churchman. Now you're a passionate Lutheran. We must just pray that when your head's finished turning, your face is to the front again.
It's a Robert Bolt play, isn't it? It's a Robert Bolt play, which I think was originally a radio show in the 50s and then was turned into a play. And then I think he did the adapted screenplay for this.
Yeah, the guy who wrote the play wrote the screenplay as well.
Incidentally, interestingly enough, like a small aside, he also did the screenplay for Lawrence of Arabia.
Right.
So it's got a great pedigree. I think Lawrence of Arabia is a great film not because of the screenplay and the dialogue. This is a great film almost exclusively because of the dialogue and the performances, and I think there's a real credit to him in this, that it works as well as it does.
Have I your word that what we say here is between us two?
Oh, very well.
And if the king should command you to repeat what I may say?
I should keep my word to you.
Then what has become of your oath of obedience to the king?
You laid traps for me.
No. I show you the times.
I think of all the Oscar films that we've watched up to this point, this is my second favourite dramatic performance.
After Marlon Brando?
Yeah, Marlon Brando is definitely kind of streaks ahead because this is like a fantastic Shakespearean performance.
Yeah.
But Marlon Brando, you kind of feel like that had not been done before.
Yeah. There are film actors and there are theatrical actors,
Yeah.
and you can always tell a theatrical actor, what's his name?
Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. Yeah. You watch them in movies and they're playing to the back of the room.
Yeah.
You can tell they're very good, but you can tell they're theatrical actors.
Yeah.
This guy is like theatre acting, but for film. If you know what I mean. He enunciates everything, but it's subtle.
Yeah, it's kind of. I feel like this role was perfect for him as well. He just inhabits it so well. You really get a sense of the integrity and the wit and the honesty and just the kind of guy he is. I think he's just made perfectly for it. And he can be harsh when you want him to be, and he can be tender when you want him to be.
Yeah.
Sir Richard is appointed Attorney General for Wales.
For Wales. Why, Richard, it profits a man nothing to give his soul for the whole world. But for Wales.
Also, Orson Welles is in it very briefly as Cardinal Wolsey.
Oh God, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. I want to say that's good casting because Orson Welles looks so close to death. He honestly looks like he's got some kind of liver disease. He's really obese. You can see
the veins.
I don't know if it's makeup, but you can see the veins in his face. The kind of
blood vessels just all over his. He looks like somebody's currently strangling him.
Yeah, we were saying when we were watching it, he got Brando eyes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Brando got Orson Welles. Say, but
and if you want to see where Johnny Depp's going to end up, just watch A Man for All Seasons.
Which is kind of a sad thought because Johnny Depp is nowhere near as talented as those two.
No, he's not.
Who's our next Chancellor? You? Fisher? Suffolk?
Fisher for me.
Aye, but for the king. What about my secretary, Master Cromwell?
Cromwell.
John Hurt's in this as well, playing...
Yes, of course, yeah.
The character Richie Rich.
Yeah.
Like a really young John Hurt as well, with like bum fluff.
Very young,
on
like
his
probably
face.
a teenager.
This may have been
maybe
one of
early
his,
20s.
was one of his first film roles, but also this is like a really important film role as well. It's like a central character in the
Yeah,
play, isn't
yeah,
it?
and he's very good.
Yeah.
As you would expect.
He's one of the few characters in this that has like an actual character arc.
Yeah.
Because he goes from being like he's kind of an ambitious, he wants to be a member of the court.
Yeah.
And then obviously towards the end of the film, like he gets what he wants, but at what cost, you know?
Wales.
Exactly. He gets Wales
Yeah.
at the cost of his immortal soul.
Yeah.
I thought his wife was quite good.
She was.
I can't remember what the character is called or what the actress is called.
Yeah.
But like, there's a few scenes that she's in, and she shines in all the scenes.
There's
she's
a
in.
heartbreaking scene where he's been in jail for a year.
Yeah.
And his family visits him and says, "Look, can you just
Yeah.
acknowledge that this wedding is legitimate? You know, it's a
Yeah.
tiny thing, and we get to see you again." And he's refusing.
Yeah.
And she breaks down, and like that was so well done.
Yeah.
That was like I almost like lost my composure for a second.
Take your muddy paws off me! Fill these thinking cut-ahead donkey out me! I'll see you, son of a bitch!
Alice.
Goodbye.
But I think it's also quite good because you can put yourself in his position and think that if you believe something as strongly as he did, would you be willing to stand up for it to the point of death?
Yeah. See,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, just let me go back to my family and live in peace and do my reading and do my writing like he wanted to.
I forgive you right readily.
Be not afraid of your office. You send me to God.
Is it stupid?
What do you mean?
I mean, he died because he wouldn't say, "Yeah, it's okay, you can marry."
Not to him, no. That's what. Makes
Yeah,
it
but I just mean in the
interesting,
grand scheme of things.
I don't know. I mean, in real life, not so much, but for the purposes of like a discussion point, I think it's a really interesting.
Yeah,
thing
like
to talk
dramatically,
about.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. But I mean, in real life, like, I mean, he actually died.
Yeah, he stood up for what he believed in, you know, and that's the important thing. Like,
Yeah.
see the state running roughshod over like the rules that had been previously following. Obviously, Henry
Yeah.
taking more power than he ought to have taken.
I guess I just don't buy the
But
stakes.
I think the issue for it is that he's a strongly religious person as well, and like we haven't got that strongly.
Yeah,
religious
it's hard
connection.
for me to imagine what it would be
Yeah.
like to
'Cause-
break like a religious.
Yeah,
faith.
because he's like, I'm doing what's right, and obviously I'm going to be rewarded in the afterlife, or I'm going to go to heaven because I'm standing up for what God wants.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and that's
Yeah.
that's something that we don't have. We just be like, yeah, just go along with it.
Yeah, I'd be like, why would I want my life to end?
Yeah, exactly. Where he's like, obviously, there's the his eternal soul's at stake. Let's say.
So that was our discussion of A Man for All Seasons. Join us in our next episode, which will be a Valentine's special that you can watch with your loved ones.
Every night I bring her Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. Oh, my baby loves those Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. I try to win her with candy, ice cream and custard. But how she likes hot dogs with mustard.